Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time. I've had a baby and I changed work, and yeah, a lot of things have happened, and I thought I'll show you a little studio vlog because at the moment I'm working from home. I've been working for myself for over 5 years, I think, almost 6, and yeah, I'm expecting another baby now, and I'm working until then, which is October. And I thought I'll just give you a little insight. I'm working on a children's book at the moment with an author that is a friend of mine. So it will be a self-published project at the moment. And what's also happening today is I'm going to query an agent, which I just had a portfolio review with on Saturday. And yeah, she wanted me to send my work, the actual manuscripts and not just the pictures. So that's exciting times. And yeah, I'll keep you posted about the results of this. But I'll just invite you into my day. So far, I've dropped off my son at, I think some people call it daycare, but we call it childminder. So this is like a smaller thing. It's not like a nursery where a lot of children are. This is like a smaller location, and it's more like a family size. And he's there now for 5 hours in total, and I've been cleaning the apartment a little bit from our breakfast situation. And what else have I been doing? Yeah, well, now I want to do some yoga because I realized I have a very stiff neck from one day ago, and yeah, this is very good and important to take care of yourself. And I've been neglecting exercise for quite a while, so that's what I will do. And then we'll work on this book, and then we'll submit, and we'll see what else we'll do. But yeah, welcome to my studio vlog.
Exhale, center. Minds really feeling how with each exhale, releasing the tension in the neck. Let us them inside you, having these wonderful beings that will come to illuminate our lives. Stay. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.
So what you just saw was a pregnancy yoga for shoulders and neck. And I really love this one. And even if you're not pregnant, I think this is a very nice exercise if you sit a lot and if you're illustrating like me, or if you just have a desk job. So I'll link that video down below. I really like it. It's about 9.5 minutes long, and that's, I think, about the right time for me for current exercise. I'll have to catch up with the message from the author. There's a lot of communication going back and forth, and which is good. We use WhatsApp for that, and it's easy for me to send her my current sketches. We're in the sketches stage currently, and I think she sent some feedback over the weekend, and I've tried very hard not to read it at night because I'm quite excited about this book. So I want to keep a bit more balance between work and life, and especially when your job is your passion. I think it's sometimes a bit harder, but yeah, I think it's good to keep boundaries, and I'm trying to enforce that a little bit more now. Good. So that's what I'll do, and I hope you enjoying this so far. And yeah, let me know what else you want to see, because I'm restarting this channel basically, and it will be very interesting to see what will happen, and I'm quite excited. Just wanted to show you, so this is one of the spreads, which is at night. The story is about a little girl that wants to find out the mystery around a door between two really massive trees, and it's called Die Traumtür, so the dream door. It's a German book, and here I've got some feedback. This was just a sketch, and sometimes you forget like the scale. So when the trees are massive, the tree door, so to speak, which you can't see much, this garden door has to be much smaller, and then she's actually more disappointed, so I'll have to change her face, and I need to make the path neater, which is absolutely fine because again it was a sketch. But overall this scene is already looking very good. So yeah, I'll probably have a quite quick look at this, and then I'll show you something else. Another scene that is about this dream world, which is more towards the end, and this is a black and white sketch with giant trees and really a bit more mystical animals. Here's like deer with flowers growing out of their antlers. And yeah, certain things have to change. So this is like a world split into night and day, And I forgot that her cat is not part of her dream. And she suggested to make her smaller and to show that it's more massive. So I changed a few things, but also received her sketches in between. And I think we'll make a hybrid out of this. But I have a feeling I almost need to talk with her about this. I noticed there's so much more verbal communication needed than written communication, because sometimes things are not very clear. So I'll show you going back. So this was something I've changed then. It's a bit difficult with my plaster. I've cut my finger today. So this is where I just added a bit of color, some little fairies, and I deleted some of the things. The fox, for example, which is actually more night active creature, and he was in the day part. And I saw in her sketch that she sent me that she added it here. So she cut out my design and stuck it together. And I have to say, I kind of like that. I think this big cloud that is here can be actually replaced, and I could maybe add the fox because I quite liked him. And maybe she could even be smaller. So I'll have to think about this. But yeah, I quite liked her sketch. It's probably sometimes quite nice when you have someone's work and then you can just collage it and play with it. And I think she's done a great job. So I think I'll adapt some of her layout that she suggested. This is the same scene where just an alternative layout. I mean, I don't like this one particularly, but because when I had a conversation with her last Friday, she mentioned that she just wants to show that this mountain where this girl is standing on is very, very large, and so she would be smaller. So just try to kind of, a few alternative ways of showing this. But I think this is too central, this layout. If anything, she probably would have to move further left. And yeah, this was very late at night as well. I've just had this idea and I felt like it's good to get it out of your head sometimes, even though it's not the right time to work necessarily. So that's why this is not particularly good sketch. And then I did another one where the mountain is further left. And again, I don't really like this one so much compared to the one that I did initially, because I feel like she's so removed, and that's okay because you see her in other pictures. But I don't know, it's just something about his layout. It doesn't really fully speak to me. But who knows? I mean, maybe it grows on me. Maybe she likes it. I don't know. I'll send it to her. And then we'll see where this goes. But yeah, you can see some spreads. Wait, let me talk to you. I don't have any nice backgrounds. It's like some of these drawers don't close. It's a rental. We're moving out in a month or less. So I'm not so worried about this anymore. Yeah, basically, what did I want to say? I forgot what I wanted to say. I'm new to, I don't know, I've not filmed for so long. I hope it's still enjoyable. I'm not really good at like doing different angles and everything, but I will get better, don't worry. So stick with me. But yeah, it's interesting to see that you will go through many iterations for some sketches from some spreads, and some others you won't. Like some pictures, they were just fine. I will have to redraw them a bit more detailed. But this one is because it's such an important scene and it is quite a big landscape. And I have to admit, this is not my strength. This is quite a stretch for me. Doing landscapes and backgrounds is not my strength. But I find it exciting. It's nice to try something new and expand yourself. So I think this is also one of the reasons why there's also more things in it, more creatures. There's a lot of concepts that need to be conveyed. And I think that it's normal to redraw or try different things. I have to admit, very often the first one does work for me really well, and but I know it's good to not be too precious about it and try different things, because you might discover something that you really love, and doing really quick messy sketches like I just showed you that I did at night just to get an idea out is actually quite good to try these things, and then you don't commit hours and hours to it. So yeah, that's my technique. And I think I'll send them to her now, the ones I've done. And I might actually quickly call her, which wasn't my plan because it always takes a while. But at the same time, I don't want to just work on it and then realize actually why she wanted something else. Yeah, I've not worked with a traditional publisher, and I don't know how it is to work with an art director. If there was also so much input. But I think for a self-published author, and also considering this is my first big project, I actually prefer that, because I want her to like it. Of course I want to have my own way of doing it, my own style, my approach, and it will always be because I draw it. But yeah, I don't know. I appreciate the input, even though sometimes I struggle with it because I work on my own most of the time. Like, I'm an author illustrator, so I draw and illustrate my own books. And obviously then there is not so much input while you are developing it, apart from having maybe a critique group, or if you're at uni or at school, then you get maybe feedback from your teacher, but that's about it until it actually gets acquired by a publisher, and then you get the feedback and then you change things. But yeah, so this is a very different scenario, and I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm trying to be as open as possible. So yeah. So I thought I'll show you, this is my iPad, by the way, an iPad Pro, which I really like, and it totally changed the way I work. And I thought I'd show you how this spread so far developed. There's a nice feature, a time-lapse replay. And although I worked a lot with colored pencils while having a baby, this is just not feasible at the moment for me. I need to work really quickly. There's a lot of changes needed. And I might, at some point finish spreads in colored pencil for other projects, but for this one, I won't. And so I'll just show you the digital process of this, which is very nice to see. So it started with a really basic sketch. And then I kind of realized that I drew this river, this vast river, in a strange way, and then I added the deer. So actually, you see, this is pretty much how it ended up looking. I drew these gigantic flowers, and then I wanted to do some flower trees. And then this is the fox that then got changed. And then, yeah, these are the changes I've already shown to you. So I noted that, and then this is when I redrew this spread with some mushrooms. I made her smaller. I deleted some things. I added these little fairies, and I also added the color. Again, this is not the final, but I tried different things for the day world, but I didn't like it, so I just deleted it. And then I tried to incorporate her changes. So you see, these are actually her. These are her changes. So you see, this is where it cuts, and she made it smaller by when printing it out, and added a few things. So she got up my fox. This is the flower that was here. She changed and redrew, and added some fairies, which I think are from an image. So obviously I can't use this because these are not my own, but I can, it's not like fairies look so different, I guess. I'll just draw them like little spirits. And I now changed the text shape. So she had it down here, which is also possible actually, and would just get a bit smaller. But now it leaves me a lot of room to add something here if I wanted to. So this is I changed it a little bit. So I added some things here, I added some things here. So now it's actually a combination of both our interpretations. And I feel like I add a few more things maybe here. It gets really busy. I guess to some degree this is nice because then you can have more time to look at it. Part of me doesn't really like when pictures get too busy, but I think for now that's okay, and I'll work on this a little bit more. I hope you enjoyed seeing a little bit behind the scenes.
It's kinda crazy, the kinds of things life throws at you. I never knew I'd feel so safe in your arms. Now you're all I need. It wasn't long before I knew.
I'm just looking down at the sketch, and so I try to combine her feedback. so her collage version of my sketch, some additions, and the text. And I added a Babylonian dragon and a Pan. I think that's how it is called. And I'm starting to like it more. I wonder if there's more needed in this or not. Like, how busy does this need to get, basically? I noticed that my iPad is on 10% battery, I think, 9%. So this is something I need to charge. I have a charger just here, so that's no issue. But I was thinking this might be a good opportunity to take a break and take a break from this. And maybe start with the query. A query is basically you send an agent, you query with your text or with your book. And this is a literary agency. And yeah, I'll see, there's something called Publishers Marketplace, I think. Let me see. Publishersmarketplace.com, and that's where you can find what agents, you can find a specific agent, you can find the agency, what they represent, what type of work, and then you can also see what this agent has been best known for, what were the most recent sales, what are, basically sales in the sense of what books are coming out that they have helped come to fruition. Oh my gosh, that's a very complicated way of saying basically they were part of it. And then what submission requirements they have. So here I see that she wants only email submission with a query letter, first 10 pages of your novel, which I don't have, it's a picture book, or full text of your picture book under 2,000 words, which is easy because mine are only 500, about that length. And yeah, and for author illustrators, the dummies. Okay, so I'll have to, and no Google Drive. So basically what I'm trying to say for this one, maybe you were bored by this, so like, well, who cares, I don't want to query to this agent. But basically the main point I'm trying to make is make sure you fulfill their requirements, because maybe to you this is a big deal, and you don't send this very often. Often these people receive 10, 20, 100 submissions a day, and those that don't fulfill those requirements, they will not even be opened, most likely. You have to kind of try to see it from the other person's point of view. So if you want to have a chance, if you want, it's good to be respectful of their time and send it in the way they want to see it. And that's the same for publishers, and I think anything really. So if they say don't send a Google Drive link or don't send a Google Docs, then make sure that's not what you do. Some people don't care, they won't specify, but if they do specify, then make sure to do that. And I'm going to do that now. And because I had a portfolio review with her, I'm talking too fast. And because I had a portfolio review with her on Saturday, I don't have to probably write as much. I probably have to only, I think she will remember. And so it's a bit different if you already have a personal connection than if you query new and you have, so I don't really need to explain who I am so much. I'll just remind her of our conversation. And it's exciting, I'm really happy. So this is the first time I submit to an agent that actually knows me. I've done a few in my very beginning when I started out, and I think it's either no reply or mostly rejections. But I do think the personal connection makes a huge difference. So if you want to know how I got that, just quick. I'm part of the SCBWI, Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators, which is an international organization for writers and illustrators of children's books, not just picture books, but I'm specializing in picture books. And they, especially during the year of the pandemic, they set up a lot of portfolio reviews that maybe would happen more during conferences, but there are conferences online now. And maybe this has happened all the time, and I've just never really paid attention or never really noticed it. But now I think I'm more open to opportunities, and when there isn't portfolio review, I tend to book a slot. Because I'm a member, it costs a certain amount for me. You might question, okay, well, buying a review is questionable, because who knows, not everyone can afford it. I've had to, I'm saving up for these things in some way or the other. This is my business, or my business income I'm using for this, because it's an investment. I see it as an investment. And I mean, it's not necessary, I guess, for many people who have, the ability to go to conferences, or maybe who live in a big city where they can make these connections, go to events, or, I basically am not able to do this right now, not just because of the pandemic, but also because of my situation, personal situation. And I think you just need to do whatever works for you. But this is something I'm able to do, and that's what I'm taking advantage of. And so far it's been really good. As well as publishers, I noticed more often on their Twitter or Instagram, have these open weeks, even if they are close to submissions without agents, if you have no agent, basically. And it's good to look out for these. So the only downside to this, you might not hear of it if you're not online every day, or if you don't have friends who send it to you. So having a network of friends that are also writing, which again the SCBWI helps you to have, and that's how I found one of my friends through a critique group, and she actually sent me a few opportunities. I sent her a few opportunities. So when we happen to come across it, so you don't need to be online and on the watch all the time. So there are opportunities that are unpaid. You don't have to pay for them. But yeah, whatever works for you, basically. But I think if you think about this is your career and this is what will make you money, it's also good to think, how much are you willing to invest? Not just time, but also your cash. And yeah, so there's many different ways. This is what I've been doing, and we'll see how that goes. I'm quite excited. I notice I'm talking for a long time, but this is a very big point, and this is, I think, important to talk about. And if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'm going to do this now. It's 11:45 now, and then I'm going to have lunch. I don't know what yet. Being productive with my time now, working on my own again, and not part of a team or a larger team in an office. It's kind of different. So I'm still getting used to this, and also getting used to being a mother still after 1 year. So yeah, so if this is interesting for you, if you enjoyed it so far, if you'd like to see more of it, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave a comment. It all helps in the algorithm of YouTube. And it's just nice to hear who you are, where you're at in your journey. Have you ever queried an agent before? What were your experiences? I'd like to hear it. So yeah, I'll do that now, and I'll see you later. Okay, so it's almost 20 to 1, and I'm not eating yet. I've just been eating chocolate to carry myself over, because this has been just a bit challenging. I noticed a mistake in the dummy. So far I've never noticed that one, but I've not sent that one out for a long time, and it's not as simple as you'd think to change it, because these dummies are very large, and sometimes with compression you can when compression in the sense of compressing the file size, compressing the images so they're smaller, you can hit certain issues which I'm encountering right now. So I need to get it as small as possible but still legible. And what's happening to me right now is that the grayscale images have a very strange line around it, because these are sketches and I cut them out, and normally you shouldn't see that cut line. It's hard to explain what I mean, but do you see this strange outline here? So this is where I've actually cut the image, and this is something you wouldn't normally see. I don't know if you can see it. It doesn't pick it up so well. It's not so tragic, but it looks a bit crappy, and it's not something how you want to present yourself. So yeah, this is something I kind of try to figure out now in InDesign with the exporting features. So as you can, I don't know if you can see it here, but here these lines they're not actually visible. So I think this has to do with the compression, which when you export a file, you have to kind of figure out how to compress it. And I don't really know so much about it. That's why I think I'm struggling so much. But yeah, it's just taking its time. And yeah, here that's where I had the spelling mistake. I said, but soon then they couldn't stop playing. But soon then, it doesn't really make sense, so I deleted that word. Strange that I never noticed it before. Ah well, I'll continue now and then hopefully I can eat something. This is our patio area. We had wonderful neighbors throwing us a Christmas tree down from somewhere upstairs. I don't know if you can see it. It's an old Christmas tree that's just been thrown from somewhere upstairs. We have this derelict building in front of us, which is very interesting. And I don't know if you noticed, but it became really dark suddenly. I think it's going to rain. It's been quite rainy the last few days, and these are my plants. I kind of wish we would have done more with this, but while my son Leo was, when he was just born and while I was working full-time, wasn't really my priority. I thought, yeah, we'll get to it, but now actually we'll move soon, and never really did much with this space, which is a bit of a shame. It has really beautiful morning lights. Just in the evening it becomes very dark. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just, you need so much light in this place. It looks actually much lighter on this phone than it actually is. Okay, so let's see the truth. Has it worked? Oh gosh, I don't know. I've been just sitting here for so long. It says, okay, 0 bytes, so it has not fully loaded yet. Okay, 4 megabytes. Oh god, what is happening? I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've like literally set it to the smallest size and it's again happening. You see these strange outlines. Yeah. It's not like I don't mind this, but it's just when it's continuously not working and you try different things and you just doesn't make any difference. So this is large and not really the right quality. I just don't know what to do anymore. Drastic situations require drastic measures. So if you have constant issues with exporting your PDF portfolio or whatever, you just can't get it down to the right size, whatever export quality you use, my tip is export it as JPEGs. You can export your whole InDesign file, and then it actually even numbers it for you, so it will be all in the right order. And this is actually really low quality. This is a 72 DPI. And I don't know if you can see it, but I have absolutely no issue here with the strange outline thing. This is just, yeah. Sorry, this is just so difficult to see, but yeah, you can see the difference, right? I mean, these are just the normal outlines, the regular outlines. Sorry for filming my screen like this. It's starting to rain at the moment. But basically, so I've exported them all as JPEGs. And what you can do, there are programs online which allow you, I'm just filming the rain because the screen is so ugly, sorry. There are programs online that allow you to combine JPEGs into a PDF. So I think that's what I did last time. Maybe I just couldn't figure it out again. So I will just upload those and make them into a PDF, and then I have the right quality. I know it's small, and this is perfect for sending to agents or publishers. So you can make a really nice small PDF by exporting it first as JPEGs and then using a tool to combine it. I think there is PDF programs that can do it for you. I just use an online tool. I think it's small PDF, something like that. And you just upload it and it makes the PDF for you. And that's what I'm going to do now. And then I'm going to eat something because it's almost 1 o'clock. I've been messing around for an hour with this just for one file, and that's ridiculous. See, this is how you can waste a lot of time, especially when you don't know. I can't remember how you did something. But I hope this saves you some time if you ever have to do something like this. If you ever need to send a still nice looking PDF in a small way. And it's raining. It's raining. Do you like my cool bird over there? My mom gifted it to me. Ah, yeah. So it's almost like, yeah, it's 1:30, which I'm a bit frustrated. But yeah, these are the ups and downs of studio life of an illustrator. Sometimes you waste time when you've not done something for a long time. I'm going to boil some eggs. and make improvised ramen with these ready-to-wok noodles, which I know are not actually ramen noodles, but anyway, I have some bok choy, I have some spring onion, I have some, okay, this is the leftover, some garlic, and of these, yeah, like I said, these noodles. Okay, so there's, I think I might, I don't know, it's just, there's not much in it. I don't even have any carrots or any other vegetables, but that has to do. At least it's some protein, some veggies, and some carbs. So we'll see how that goes. So far I've added some, the green part of this, like the white part of the spring onion, some red onion, some ginger, a big part that I will take out, and some smaller part that hopefully will stay in the soup, and some garlic. Yeah, and the eggs are just starting to boil. This is actually a milk jug, but the other jug is still dirty from the porridge in the morning, so I decided not to clean up too much when I'm working, because it's just so much time goes when you do that. Yeah, I'm still, like I said, I'm still finding the balance. Also, I've never made this before. I mean, I usually have like packet ramen, and I don't have any meat that I could just add there. So yeah, and just FYI for those who are saying, this is not ramen. Well, yeah, of course, but my husband is half Japanese. I've been to Japan. It's not like I don't know what it is, but you know, it's obviously an inspired thing, not to be taken like as the actual thing. So we'll see how that tastes like. I think I will show you soy sauce type broth, because obviously I have nothing to actually simmer it for a long time. And I think this starts slowly boiling, and then I think I'll have some, because these are Red Lion marked eggs, that means you can actually, even when you're pregnant, eat them not fully cooked, in the UK at least. We'll see how cooked they will be. But yeah, looking good. Oh man. So I wish it would have been a bit more interesting, but and I wish I could have done a bit more drawing. It is basically 2 o'clock. In about 20 minutes, half an hour, I should leave to pick up Leo, and then in the meantime I can eat my improvised ramen. One of the eggs didn't boil. I should have known that it wasn't fully covered, but I just put it into soup and boiled it a little bit longer there. But yeah, overall I think it tastes alright. It has quite a nice aroma. For homemade, for my first time, for not following any particular recipe, I think it was quite good. But yeah, I'm learning, and I have some really nice recipes actually saved for proper ramen made by Japanese people. I think there's one by Kimono Mom. I think you know that channel. I like that channel. It's really cute, and she shares her recipes, and she also has a little daughter. She's a bit older, I think, than Leo, the little one. And yeah, I don't know. I think I'll watch some TV, something, and then I'll pick him up. So yeah, I sent off my files, and yes, you could see it took a long time. Oh god, that was not my plan. I think if this time waste wouldn't have happened, or this learning experience, I would have done a few more sketches. But I have Wednesday as well, which is another day. So, and maybe I'll squeeze in a little bit more. But I will not rush this through now. And I'll just take my time. But yeah, it was very nice to talk to you. It was nice to be back. I can imagine there's lots of things wrong with this vlog, but I hope you still enjoyed it, considering. Please bear in mind, it's my first time in a long time, and it's all filmed on my phone. But I hope to improve, and I hope it gets better, and I hope this journey will be continues to be interesting to you. And like I said, please leave a comment, please subscribe, please like it. It all helps the videos to be found, for me to actually invest more time into this. And yeah, the reason why I started again was I've been wanting to for a long time anyway, but I've watched a very interesting video by Holly Exley. She's another illustrator, actually living not so far away from here. I live in Manchester, Greater Manchester, and she's in the Peak District, which is very close. And if you don't follow her, she's a very interesting to watch illustrator in the UK as well, and I'll link her below. And she mentioned in a video why she quit Instagram, and I thought there were some very fair points that I thought I should consider as well, because effectively I will have a long break for maternity leave, my own maternity leave from self-employment, which is its own thing. And I need to really focus on creating passive income sources, which I have been doing through prints, obviously by sending out book work that can hopefully develop while I'm, contacts and agents sending out work for me, which can hopefully develop while I'm away from work. But also the longevity of YouTube videos, especially that they can be found in search. So you can find this video maybe in a few years, when this is not even maybe when I've already published my books, or when I already have however many children. But with Instagram, these posts, although they stay in your feed, people can't necessarily find them on their own if they don't know you. Anyways, there's a whole discussion about it. It's very interesting to watch, and I will link that video also down below. So if you're an illustrator, if you're an artist, if you're a creative person on Instagram, but you've never considered YouTube or blogging, I think this is a very interesting perspective, and I highly recommend you to watch it. I'm pretty sure, depending on how I edit this will be a long video, but it's so nice to be back. I'm so happy to be back. And yeah, please support me by following my journey, and I'd love to talk to you. Say hi in the comments if you made it to this point, and maybe you can post a little flower emoji or something like this, so I know you've been there. But yeah, I hope you like my other videos. I've posted a lot about children's books and about my journey as a playlist. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. Bye.